This is a house of labor. This is a year of labor. We're in battles on every front, and I thank you all for being here this morning. We've got the largest private sector bargaining agreement in the country up against the ropes right now. UPS, the big behemoth that made $100 billion last year, a company that I've been fighting for 35 years since I was 18 years old. And I'm proud to say that today, on this very day that we stand here, we've got leadership at the IBT like we've never had before. We've got leadership that will not back down. We've got leadership that has let UPS know that the concession stand is closed. Not just in the UPS contract, in YRC, at Holland, in the movies. We're supporting our SAG-AFTRA. We're supporting our Riders Guild. We're supporting our Republic Solid Waste. All these contracts that are up for grabs right now, and we're coming in strong, we're coming in hard, and under Sean O'Brien's leadership and Fred Zuckerman's leadership, we're going to take back what our members deserve from these white-collar crime syndicates. How about it? Everybody stand up, make some noise. It humbles my heart. It humbles my heart to see you here. And as many of you know, as I mentioned those wars that are going on the front here, we got battles on every corner. I'm not gonna get into those. I'm gonna let our General President do that. But on behalf of this executive board here, I'm not gonna introduce him up here quite yet, but I want to tell him thank you. I want to say something, and this is absolutely true. And it's absolutely from the bottom of my heart. I've had the privilege of working full-time at this local for the last 13 years. Had the privilege of being a steward at UPS for 14 years. I've had the privilege of being a member of this local for 35 years. But I can tell you this, I have never in my life, in my career, in my seniority tenure here at Local 728, seen a president, a general president of the International Brotherhood of Teamsters at our house more times in my entire career than I've seen this man in the last year. And I'm gonna wrap this up, and I'm gonna turn it over to our General President. But before I do, I want to remind all of you, we're in this fight together. Sean's going to talk about all that's going on. But I just want to remind you, the Actors Guild, the Riders Guild, YRC, Holland, Republic, all of you, UPS, we are together. Solidarity wins. And we're going back to Washington, D.C. And because this man gave me the privilege and the honor to be a part of the National Negotiating Committee, I can assure you with his leadership, we're playing chess, they're playing checkers, and we're going to go back to D.C. and we're going to get the greatest, strongest, and richest contract that you've ever seen. Without further ado, I take a great honor and a great privilege to introduce your General President, my General President, Sean O'Brien, to his second home, Local 728. Let's make some noise and welcome Sean. Said it exactly how I wrote it. Thank you. I want to thank Local 728 for embracing me and allowing our great international union to be here today. Matt has been a tireless fighter for UPS members And when I saw Matt in action getting 44 supplements done by the deadline that we put on this company, he did tremendous work. We made tremendous gains with zero concessions. And Wes is like Fred Zuckerman to me. Matt and I can write the checks, they just got to find a way to pay for them, right? And he's been a tremendous help for us as well. But look, we're here today for a couple of reasons. We're here today to make certain that UPS understands that we are 340,000 deep, 340,000 strong, and we will put their ass in the street if they don't do what's right by our members. Now we are once again, because of your faith and commitment to restoring the power back into the Teamsters Union, you rank and file members, whether you're at UPS, Yellow, YRC, whatever the name is, Movie Division, Cisco, Republic, you have actually empowered us to do what's right by working people. You have instilled a fighting union spirit back into the International Brotherhood of Teamsters, where we're 1.3 million strong. And look, we are fighting on all fronts. If you're at Yellow right now, you're in the fight of your life, and we are in the fight of our life as leaders, making certain this company understands that the concession stand is closed. You've given back billions upon billions of dollars since 2009. And I'm reading all the propaganda online, and that's probably from trolls known as YRC management, where they're blaming the Teamsters Union for their demise. That is furthest from the truth. We do not want to see any company suffer and go out of business, but at some point in time, we cannot keep sacrificing wages, conditions that our forefathers and foresisters fought long and hard for in the freight division. I'm a proud, very proud fourth generation Teamster truck driver. I'm a truck driver. And it is embarrassing and frightening to see a company like Yellow making excuses and blaming the Teamsters Union and their members for their demise. They got billions upon billions of dollars from you. They got $700 million from the federal government under the Trump administration. They got $600 million from Apollo Investments, and they can't pay their bills. They have mismanaged this company, which was once a great company, Yellow, Roadway, Holland. They've mismanaged it to a point where they've got a decision to make in the next 48 hours. They either pay the benefits of our members, or they're going to put their asses on the street. You know, they went to a federal judge yesterday trying to get a temporary restraining order against the International Brotherhood of Teamsters. They've been in the workplace. And they've failed miserably at that attempt, thankfully. And they've been going with all this propaganda on how they want to give you $11 per hour. And that's okay, we'll take it if they want to give it. But the true story is this. They want to give you $11 an hour contingent upon you sacrificing wages and conditions and getting a deal that's going to keep them afloat. And when they say them afloat, Darren Do-Nothing Hawkins, the CEO, when I posed this question to him, I said to him, have you taken a pay cut in the last 10 years? Have you sacrificed like our members have? He said, no, I haven't. So you took your $2.1 billion salary last year. I have. And I said, don't you feel criminal about doing that? He goes, I have a contract. And I said, so do we. So do we. So I know that there's going to be criticism because of our position we're taking with Yellow, but it's necessary at this point in time. Sometimes, you have to sacrifice the short-term pain
for a long-term gain, and we are going to make certain that we take care of every one of our members at Yellow. We're going to make certain that there's opportunity. We're going to make certain that you get jobs in the event that Yellow chooses to strike themselves and not pay our members benefits and their pensions. But more importantly, today we're here to spread the message of unity. And we're going to have fights, we're going to have sacrifices, we're going to have losses. But at the end of the day, the biggest thing we have to do is stay united, one vision, one mission, is to make sure we're bigger, faster, stronger. And our brothers and sisters at SAG-AFTRA and also the Writers Guild, and we got 2,000 members here today working in the motion picture industry. Now, I'm a fourth-generation Teamster, as I stated, and my dad gave 51 years of sacrifice. And where's my brother, Terry Johnson? Stand up. Stand up, Terry. 50-year Teamster, right? 50-year Teamster. And he can tell you, I can drive, right, Terry? I can fucking drive. Terry has worked the motion picture industry like many people in here. And I know that's not your fight right now. It's SAG-AFTRA, it's the Writers Guild. But without the Teamsters Union, nothing gets done on those movie sets. And unfortunately, like everything else, corporate America has ingratiated themselves in the motion picture industry where they care more about the bottom line of a balance sheet than they do the workers and the people behind the scenes that make them the success they are. And again, this fight today in the movie industry may not be the Teamsters fight, but it will be our fight a year, 2 years down the road. So we need to send a message. But more importantly, the one thing that we have that corporate America doesn't have, that stockholders don't have, that these crooked politicians don't have, we've got courage and conviction, intestinal fortitude to weather any single storm that we see coming our way. And UPS is going to be the biggest fight of our lives. UPS represents the largest collective bargaining agreement any union throughout this whole entire country, throughout this whole world. And it's important, it's very important that we win this fight, that we make certain that the people on Main Street are rewarded before the people on Wall Street. And we are going to the table. We are going to the table with the most amount of leverage we've ever had. You know what that leverage is? 340,000 rank and file members at UPS, 1.3 million members nationwide, North America, of the biggest, most powerful, influential union in the world. That is the International Brotherhood of Teamsters. Now, we've made tremendous gains at that table. People told us, you'll never eliminate the 22-4 wage rate, two-tier wage system. Done. You're never going to get Martin Luther King. You're never going to get Martin Luther King Day as a paid holiday. Done. You're never going to stop. You're never going to stop UPS from forcing us in on our day off. Done. You will never get air conditioning in the vehicles. Done. You will never, ever get rid of inward-facing cameras and technology that holds our members hostage. Done. Now we have the most important part of this contract this week. It's the economics. It's the economics that we are going to fight like hell to make certain our part-timers and full-timers are rewarded accordingly. Now the part-timers, the last two contracts, have been left behind. I can guarantee you, regardless of what happens this week, whether we get a deal or we don't get a deal, that UPS part-timers will be rewarded accordingly. They will not be left behind. It is embarrassing for a company so successful where they made $100 billion last year. It's embarrassing when I go around the country, and I don't go meet with local union leaders, I don't go meet with politicians. I want to be grimy in the middle of the workplaces, talking to our members, making certain we understand the trials and tribulations of the job that you all are doing. And it's embarrassing for such a successful corporation where there's 100,000 employees of UPS making less than $20 per hour. Some are living in homeless shelters, some are on government subsidized meal plans, some are working 2-3 jobs, single mothers, single dads, trying to make ends meet. And you have this company rewarding stockholders, record dividends, 50% increase, $8.4 billion in January. And then the CEO and upper management taking $30 million in February of stock buyback. All the while, those frauds have never touched the package, never kept supply chain solution moving, never sacrificed their health and well-being through the toughest times through the pandemic. Now it's our time. It's our time to be rewarded accordingly. Now look, I know people are scared. I know people are scared. I know people live week to week. I know that a potential labor strike could be devastating to the economy, but that's not on us. That's on UPS. If UPS chooses to not do the right thing and reward the people that have made them the tremendous success, they're going to strike themselves. They have potentially throw this country into a recession. And I've been doing media all week for the last 2 weeks. And look, I definitely have a face for radio. There's no doubt about that, right? But the question I keep getting asked is, are you scared that you, your union, your members will put this company into a recession? And my answer is this: no. UPS provides 7% of gross national product throughout this country. E-commerce has exploded. And look, I'm typical like everybody else. I want my package yesterday, right? And we actually probably can do that at some point in time. But UPS is going to throw this country into a recession. And the one thing I said, look, 33 years as a Teamster, fourth generation, I learned what it is to be a good union person around my dinner table. We had disagreements, we had debates, we've actually had fistfights. But when we walk out that door, the dysfunctional family we are at that dinner table, we are one mission, one direction, to make this union bigger, faster, stronger. And we will prevail. We've been through recessions. We've been through layoffs. We've been through it all as Teamsters. But the one constant that is, rest assured, that will be there is that the economy will come back, volume will come back, and we will be back at work, and we will not compromise our integrity and or our beliefs because of a tough time in the economy. We know what we have done for this country. We know what we've sacrificed to make certain that goods and services are provided, and we know our worth, we know our value. We know what we deserve, and it's not what we want, it's what we deserve and what we're going to take from this white-collar crime syndicate known as United Parcel Service. We've been very clear, and we have a great strategy with UPS. We've been building this momentum for 2 or 3 years. The IBT, the Strategic Initiative Department, we've been building this momentum. We've executed the plan, followed through, we've been disciplined. But UPS needs to understand that they've got 2 roads to go down here. They've got one where they can be a model employer, where they can reward the people that have made them the success that they are and give what we deserve. Or they can go down the other road where they can be greedy They can try and watch their balance sheet grow, reward Wall Street instead of Main Street, and then they're going to put their ass on the street. They're going to put their ass on the street. So we're going to D.C. today and prepare, because we're almost there. We're at that 5-yard line. We're at that 5-yard line. And here's the thing. We're in the fight. We are in the fight of our lives. But the one thing that's great for us as Teamsters is we might get beat up. We might get bloody. But we got one more round. One more round, right? One more round. One more round. And look, we've been very, very successful so far with UPS. You know why? Because we got 340,000 deep. But we have to think of the bigger picture here. We've got to take this contract, and any contract that we negotiate moving forward, we've got to set industry standards for every single industry we represent. That's why we will not accept anything that is not beneficial to our members. And we have this strategy. We want to organize Amazon. 500,000 members that do the same thing. And we're going to take this contract with the highest starting wages for part-timers, with health and welfare, with pensions, with 60 improvements in that contract, and we are going to go to the non-union and say, this is what you get when you join the greatest organization in the entire world, the International Brotherhood of Teamsters. This week is going to be our defining moment in the Teamsters Union. It's going to be the defining moment for labor. We've organized, we've strategized. Now it's time to pulverize this white-collar crime syndicate known as UPS. And here's the message. It's clear, it's simple. Whether you're YRC or yellow, YRC, I want to say YRC, yellow, formerly known as YRC, right? Whether you're Republic, whether you're Cisco, whether you're UPS, whether you're public sector, whether you're anybody that wants to take on 1.3 million strong, put your helmets on, buckle your chin straps. It's a full contact sport. Thank you very much.
All right, everybody. I'm going to tell you a little something. We're going to go back to D.C. and we're going to get what our members deserve. And I just want to give you a little bit of extra something you might not know. My son, my wife's right here, one of my sons, he works for YRC in Ringo. One of my other sons works for UPS in Dalton, Georgia. All of you are my family, but that doesn't piss me off. It pissed my wife off because they're messing with our babies now. Who are we? Who are we? What do we want? If we don't get it, thank you for coming out, brothers and sisters. Bring it around. Let them know we're here. Thank you. Everybody just mingle around. Hey, we wanted to get in, get loud, get proud, and get out of here quick. We know you got your weekend. We're going to be mingling around, saying hello to everybody. So just enjoy yourself, enjoy your house, get to know everybody, and talk labor. Thank you. God bless all of you.